Good morning, everybody. So a little bit of a late start this morning for work. We're waiting for delivery of trees. So where I'm working, it was no point going in until these trees arrive because there'd be nothing to do. So I thought I would take this opportunity to show you what a plant-based landscaper eats in a day. And so what I have here, this is my, check this out. That is my lunch bag. Well, not all of it. Actually, on one side here, I have my safety stuff. These are like a rubberized glove with a stretchy material on the outside, and they fit your hands real nice and tight, so you can work with equipment and not feel like, past safety gloves in landscaping were made out of leather, were bulky and awkward, where these are barely noticeable. And the nice thing about it, your hands don't smell like rubber at the end of the day, which there are some other rubber gloves that do just that. So these are really nice to have. Highly recommend them if you're in the construction work at all. Ear protection. Very important to have when you're using a stone saw or any loud equipment. Goggles and respirator. So this is also good for when cutting stone with a stone saw, and also when mixing cement because the cement dust is toxic. So these are good precautions to take when you're doing the kind of work that I do. There's always potential dangers. Always. The other day there we were ripping a tree out of the ground from the root, and this wasn't like a big tree. It was big enough for 3 guys to handle, but nevertheless it still weighed a few hundred pounds, and it was holding together by one root strand, and we're pulling and we're swinging back and forth, and I pulled back like that and the whole thing landed on top of me. I fell flat on the ground. No damage done, but it could have been a bad situation. Anyways, let's look at my lunch. So normally I like to pack. What I do is, like on Sunday, this last Sunday I made a big pot of golden split pea soup, which for me is more like a stew because I add in like yellow beets, potatoes, and other different kinds of vegetables like corn and edamame, whatever I can put in there, celery, just to really make it hearty. And you can eat it with a fork, it's so thick. So I have Tupperware, and what I'll do is I will pack, usually like yesterday for example, I had one of those, like the split pea golden soup for lunch, and I just eat it cold, no need to heat it up. Or I make a nice quinoa dish or a rice dish, and those are nice to have. But today I'm going to have a sourdough sandwich with hummus and sprouts. So that's the sandwich right there, nice and big. So yeah, this is bread that I buy from Brick Street Bread, I think it's called. And so you buy the loaf whole, you cut it yourself, and so that's sourdough bread. Plenty of fruit. Start off with the dried fruit. Those are dried mangoes. I will not eat all of that. It's just nice, at the end of the day, if you feel a little hungry, there's always something to nibble on. It's cherry season, so I've got a little bag of cherries here. What else do I, hold on, I just turned on the YouTube. Okay, nice big Honey Crisp apple, I think it is. Orange. Goji berries. Now these are really good, like if you need something quick and to feel satisfied, to feel full, goji berries. I'd actually recommend, if you're working in an office, to have a little bag of these in your desk. to nibble on. You know, the amount of food here though that I'm eating, I would not recommend for somebody that is working, sitting down at a desk all day. It probably is too much. Anyways, you can figure that out for yourself. 3 bananas. And just in case, I rarely eat these things, but I always keep a Cliff Bar available for me. And that's basically my lunch. That'll take me through the day. And I work hard, let me tell you. Is there an easy day at work? Physically, no. I mean, very rarely. You might get those days where you're just planting smaller perennials and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, every day is pretty hard physically. So you got to make sure you pack a good lunch. Now, when I say, this is all plant-based. I am what I would call myself a plant-based omnivore. I do eat animal products 1 day out of the week, but for the rest of the week I eat nothing but plant-based, and that has been working really well for me. So I'm going to continue on in this way. Basically, it works out to, and this is just a rough estimation, that I'm eating about 95% of the food that I'm eating is plant-based and about 5% is animal-based. And the animal-based food that I do eat, I avoid factory farming. I try to get, I know this would be unacceptable in the vegan context, but ethically sourced meat. So yeah, that's it. This is what I will consume today to keep myself going. And what else do I have to say? Yeah, so let me just talk about the vegan drama going on, like Durainrider now and the sex scandal. I mean, I don't think there's any laws being broken here. He was hitting on a younger girl or younger woman, and apparently he slept around with a bunch of other young women. Nothing illegal about that. But it just in the context of him accusing Mazard of being a pedophile and chasing after young girls and all this stuff, it's crazy. I mean, so I gotta stop watching it. I get home at night, I'm tired, and I turn this stuff on because it's pure entertainment, right? And I'm thinking, you know what? The real criminals in all of this are the viewers, us. I'm guilty. Like, I can't just get enough of this stuff, right? This is pure tabloid, cheap entertainment, junk food for the mind. And I gotta stop. Like, we are basically allowing, I mean, by us viewing this and maybe leaving comments and that sort of thing, we are enabling these people to basically destroy themselves. And anyways, I could go on about all of this, and I'll leave it at that. Have a great day. Take care.